Monday, which means it's time for another video. This is a request given to me by the horror kid, aka his brother. This is my fiance. This is probably the first time he has actually been on any of my videos. Say hi.
Hi.
He's very awkward. But we're going to be doing our top 5 horror figures. This is mostly his stuff. I only own like maybe a couple figures in our collection. I'm more of the movie person. But I'm going to start with my number 5. And my number 5 is the Tall Man figure from Phantasm. I don't know if you can see that. There's just something about him I really like. And this is actually the only, sorry about the glare too. This is the only Tall Man figure that there is out there. Unless you get like a custom made one. But I don't know, I just really like this, and it's made by NECA, but it was their Cult Classic series, so it's a little bit older. It's not one of their more recent ones, but yeah, I like this one. But you can start with your number 5.
My number 5 is Sideshow Collectibles Thomas Hewitt Leatherface. This is back when Sideshow figures were affordable. I like this one because the likeness of him is pretty spot on.
The glare is
you see
terrible.
His apron there, his chainsaw and axe, and the box art on him is pretty cool too.
And I do apologize for the glare, people. It is terrible. I don't know why. But let me fix that. And my number 4 is another NECA. A lot of the minor NECA. I don't know. I just really like the NECA stuff. More the cloth than the Ultimate. Hence why the next couple ones are all cloth. And this is the Halloween 3 figures, which I think they're $50.
Yeah.
Which is like not a bad price for them at all. But they kept like pushing back the date and everything. But obviously it's the pumpkin, witch, and skull or skeleton mass. I don't know. I just really like this. And Halloween 3 is my second favorite Halloween film of the series. Even though obviously it has nothing to do with Michael Myers. But it's definitely the most Halloween feel to all the movies. I just really like the detail on them. This glare is really bothering me. But, and this is the back. I don't really want to mess with these. But yeah, that's my number 4.
My number 4 is a NECA cloth figure, Pretty Lady Leatherface. Likeness is pretty spot on with this one also. I like this whole cloth line. I think they do pretty good with these figures. And the artwork that comes with them is pretty neat. There's the back of them. Only thing with these, I wish they made the hair actual hair and not this sculpted stuff, but
they didn't do that with any of them though, I don't think.
No.
The only one that's kind of like cloth-like with, I mean the hair isn't, but the sackhead Jason cloth. Alright, number 3. This is a very old figure. It's like early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Or late 90s?
I think it's actually 2000. 1999.
This is released by McFarlane from their movie Maniac series. This is my favorite of the series, and that is Pumpkinhead. I just absolutely love Pumpkinhead. This is actually a very heavy figure, too. I think the whole monster of Pumpkinhead is just probably one of my favorite looking monsters. This figure is amazing. Like, the detail is great. Like I said, this is probably the best, in my opinion, of the movie Maniacs series because it's Pumpkinhead and the detail is much better than all the other ones. Yeah, there's really not much else to say about it other than that this is a good figure and it's actually surprisingly heavy. This is the first time I'm actually holding it. So yeah, that's my number 3. And your number 3?
My number 3 is a Lego figure. It's actually Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. I like these figures, Mego figures, because they are really cheap, and for the most part, they are pretty spot on to the characters that they make. Sculpt on it is really good, and his clothes, movie accurate, and then the card art. These retail for like $15 a piece, so they're pretty affordable. Not like NECA. NECA is like $40 a piece anymore, and it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of how everything is now.
But most of them are pretty good. There's a select few that I didn't really care for. Still have them, but just didn't care for them. I'm a completist, so I need to pretty much have every figure that is in the line. But yeah, number 3. Love Frankenstein. Have since I was younger, so had to have this one.
All right, number 2. Number 2 is pretty recent. Came out in the past year, I think, or 2 years ago, something like that.
It's 3 years now, almost
3 years.
Yeah.
Man. The NECA Cloth Halloween 2 Michael Myers figure. I just think this is great, and the only other cloth they have of Michael Myers is the 2018 of NECA.
Yeah.
So hopefully they come out with more Michael Myers figures. They probably will, because I know they're doing a Halloween Kills Ultimate figure. And I like this way more than the Ultimate Halloween 2. Like I said, I just like the cloths a little bit more than the Ultimates, and I like they're realistic, like the clothes and stuff on them. They're not all plastic. I mean, obviously the hair and stuff's gonna be plastic, but I just like the look of the cloths a little bit better. I mean, some people might disagree, because I know there's people who say they don't like the cloths and they like the Ultimates better. And I just really like this. I remember seeing the like prototype of this, and it was awkward because the head was like significantly smaller than the body, and it looked very stupid. I think the coveralls might have been different color too, or they weren't like finished. They were just like plain coveralls, and I'm glad that it doesn't look like that. It looks a lot better. I just really like this, and it comes with an extra hand, knife, scalpel, hammer, and the bloody Michael Myers eyes. But yeah, that's my number 2.
My number 2 is another NECA cloth figure. It's Jason from Jason Lives. This is a pretty solid figure. My favorite out of all the cloths as of now. The likeness of it is really good. The clothes aren't too baggy. It comes with a bunch of accessories. The card art is phenomenal. There's the back. These are, like I said, pretty good. They used to retail for about $30, and now they're at like 45 or 50. It's getting ridiculous. I do plan on buying a figure, maybe 2 this weekend. Haven't bought a lot as of late because of the prices of them, and then you got scalpers on top of that. So
Well, isn't this worth like kind of?
yeah, the last time I checked, this is probably about $150 figure.
And I had one too that I opened. So
I also have that Pamela Voorhees and Child Jason Voorhees. Got that at Monster Mania a few years back, and now that's like a $500 figure. I didn't pay anything near that.
no, I don't think you would.
No. I don't think any figure is worth $500.
Do you have any honorable mentions, like ones that didn't quite make the list?
There's a lot. It'd be too long of a video.
I know, but if there's like a couple that you might want to like.
The Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah, I have a couple actually. The Mego Frankenstein that he mentioned.
Oh yeah, and the Tall Man.
I really like the Djinn actually from Wishmaster, because that's like a weird figure. Also the Tarman figure. There's a lot that I can talk about. The Miner figure from, if you guys want to see it quick. I don't want to fuck this up, but the Miner figure from My Bloody Valentine, I just really like that as well, and it's a cloth, so it's a plus for me.
Actually, the first time Scream Factory had the option of buying just a figure itself and not the whole shebang. I just don't care about doing that stuff anymore. I'd rather just have the figure. I pre-ordered this the day it came out, I think, and pretty happy that I did, because it sold out pretty shortly after that. So.
And the first time they ever did like the figure thing with the movie was it Billy or was it Angela?
I think it was
It was one of, I
I
think it
think
might
it
have
was
been,
Billy,
yeah, the from Silent Night, Deadly Night, which you got the figure at Monster Mania, the same,
along with Pamela
yeah,
Voorhees. I
and
spent
the Tar Man.
Tar Man. I spent a lot of money that day. Don't do it too often anymore.
And then I got you the Slumber Party Massacre figure, which is such a weird figure. I don't know. It's just...
And that Frankenstein figure that I showed, that was a birthday gift from her.
And the Tall Man was another Christmas present for him. A lot of this stuff I kind of bought him. Not all of it, obviously, but some of the stuff.
Yeah, this is a pretty solid figure, and this is the first time. I don't really like to touch these things too often. I kind of buy them and put them on the shelf, and that's
I don't
the
really...
only time I look at them and touch them is when I dust them off.
Yeah, I don't even touch them. Like,
No.
picking up that pumpkin, it was the first time I actually picked it up, and I was surprised how heavy it is. But
This one's actually a pretty solid figure.
Yeah.
Clothes aren't too baggy. Some of them, the clothes are really baggy. So.
Yeah, I can kind of agree. For example, like the Pamela Voorhees, she just looks, I don't know, the sweater looks
the
like
Freddy's are pretty bad with that too.
Yeah. I mean, Super Freddy, not so much. Oh, that's not Super Freddy, but the NES Freddy, I kind of like that, even though you're not really a fan of that one.
I just bought it to have it.
Yeah, I kind of like Super Freddy too. It's just, I don't know. The Freddys, they're like a hit or miss. Some of them are cool, some of them are stupid.
There's other stuff that I would have picked if they were actually figures. Like
Yeah,
the
there's
Killer Clown stuff from Spirit. Those aren't necessarily figures, but...
Yeah, there's a lot that I like. That's the thing. It's hard to pick.
And the Big Shorty.
Picking a top 5 is very hard. But we can go with our number 1. My number 1 has been a favorite of mine for a while, and this is actually his copy. I have my own copy. It's just packed away. But that is the Neck of Cloth Friday the 13th Part 5 Roy. Another instance where I like this way more than the Ultimate. This came out way before the Ultimate too. The clothes do look kind of weird if you look. They kind of look like the coveralls that Michael Myers is using, just a little bit baggier. I love Part 5. Part 5 is my second favorite of the series. Yes, it's not Jason, it is Roy. But, I don't know, I just really like the look of this. It's always been a favorite of mine, and I actually got mine at Monster Mania as well. The same year he got all his, and yeah, I really like this figure. I just like the detail on it and everything. Yeah, it's a great figure. That's my number 1.
My number 1 is from Soda Toys many years ago. It's actually, or 2005 it looks like. It's Killer Clown from Outer Space, Rudy. This one is a fantastic piece. Looks exactly like the clown. The colors on it are really good. You got the cotton candy cocoon and the popcorn gun up there, and you have the pillar that you hang the cotton candy cocoon on. And then there's a base in the back that you really can't see. But this is my favorite. My top 5 changes all the time, but this is always number 1. There's a variant of it, and it's a Tower Records exclusive. It's Rudy, but it's all blue. It's super hard to find, and when you find it, it's like a $300 figure. I would never pay that for it, even though I really want it. I might buy it for like $180, maybe $200 if I got the chance, but...
You've been trying to get that for as long as I've known you.
But this is a pretty solid figure, and this is back when they were actually really good, because they actually came with stands and displays and really good accessories.
They don't come with that at all anymore, do they?
Yeah, depends. Some figures come with them, some don't.
And I must say, on the back here, the Jeepers Creepers is pretty awesome, the Creeper, but that's also really expensive too.
Yeah, we had the Mego of it, so it's good enough for now until I find a good one at a good price. I'm pretty picky with stuff that I buy. The packaging has to be mint. The figure has to be mint. Like, very OCD with this stuff, so I like to buy it in person. I don't really like to pre-order or even order online.
Yeah.
It's rare that I do it, and when I do it because I know it's not going to be a figure I could find in stores.
And when I buy him stuff, like for his birthday or Christmas or whatever, if I get it off of like eBay or so, I get a lot of stuff off of Mercari as well. I'm constantly checking the pictures and making sure they look like they're in good condition. Like with the Mego Frankenstein, that packaging isn't exactly the best packaging. It's pretty like cheap. It's like cardboard.
Yeah.
So it can crease and like rip easily, and I'm constantly making sure that it's in good condition for him, because I know how he is and he likes his stuff in good condition, which who doesn't? But yeah.
I have the Shorty and Tiny from Unlock Time. Actually, 3 copies of each of those. The one Shorty is signed by the Kyoto brothers. Migo is actually coming out with Jumbo and a Slim, which I will buy those.
I didn't see the Slim. I only saw the Jumbo.
Yeah, they only released the pictures of Jumbo.
But I will say
it's not. I hope that it's just a prototype, because it's not a solid figure, but it's Killer Clown from Outer Space, so I'm gonna buy it.
I really hope it's a prototype, because he looks like he's wearing elf shoes.
Those 2 I might actually pre-order, because those I feel like are gonna be really hard to find in store, because scalpers like to buy everything up and then sell it for 4 times the amount, and I think it's midiculous.
Like that for the Migo Frankenstein, which is retail like $15, and the fact that I got that, I'm not gonna say how much, because it's really nobody's business, but it wasn't that much compared to that price. But there's people that were selling them for like $40, and that is definitely not. It's a cool figure, but it's not worth $40. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, and that's his favorite clown. Yeah. My favorite clown, they don't even have any type of figure or anything. I like Fatso. He's my favorite. They don't
Shorty and Tiny are pretty solid figures too. They're same clown, just different paint job, but.
And obviously the boxing gloves.
Yeah.
But you guys seen the Shorty in the collection video.
Anything Killer Clowns I buy if I can afford it. Like I said, the blue clown I really hope to buy one day. I'm just not paying $300 for it. That's absurd.
That is really nuts.
And I bought pretty much everything from Spirit this year, except for the small little things like the magnet and stickers and stuff like that.
There's a couple stuff I didn't get a chance to buy this year.
But we'll be taking a trip there this weekend, so who knows, maybe we'll find more.
Yeah, it's probably our last Spirit trip.
Yeah. Spirit was kind of not that great this year.
It was pretty...
Great props, but...
Pretty lame, though, because of all the shipments, because people don't want to work. But I'm not going to go talk about that. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, comment down below. Give me some ideas for some videos, because I know I did do a video on Thursday about give me requests. Somebody did give me a request about there's Sam. He did give me a request. I think it was Horror Fan Ricky. He asked me to do toy hunting videos. I don't personally, we don't really do that as much anymore, because we don't really go anywhere and buy figures in store, because they don't really have anything in the stores. So that probably won't happen. But if there's something else that you want to request for me, just comment down below. Let me know what that is. Just give me a bunch of requests. I like requests. I don't just do horror reviews. I do other stuff too. So just give me some requests, and you'll see you guys on Thursday.